What's up guys, it's Ryan and you're watching Ryan Vision. If you haven't already, make sure you like the video and subscribe for more. Tons of videos of this Jeep and everything that's been done to it, and all the future stuff will be covered in videos as well, so make sure you subscribe, that way you don't miss out on anything. Just want to do a couple quick updates today. First thing you'll probably notice if you've been following the videos is I've got a different sticker on the back now, actually on all three of the back windows. And you know, I've been doing the YouTube thing, and then that kind of rolled into Instagram, and got on Instagram and up there near 1,400 followers now. It's just blown up. It's been really cool to talk to you guys on there, answer questions, see photos of your Jeeps and stuff, so that's been really cool. But some of you guys started asking about decals. You wanted to purchase decals, and I thought that was awesome. So spent some time and tried to come up with something other than just text. So I liked this tire tread pattern thing we got going on here. So this is a new decal. This one's only 12 inches wide. My last ones were a lot bigger. But this is 12-inch wide. You can purchase this on the website, projectzj.com. Click on the online store link, and it's $10. And you know, some people have been saying, man, $10, that's kind of pricey. Well, the thing is, the vinyl decals, if you buy them, like, you know, you buy 20 at a time, 50 at a time, 100 at a time from places that make the decals, then you save a lot of money. But I have no idea how many of you guys are going to buy these, so they're made to order. Basically, you guys order one, I get it made and then shipped out to you, you know, and it's only going to take a day, maybe 2 days to get it made and then in the mail. But because I'm doing one by one, you can't expect me to, you know, have super cheap decals, because I got to pay a shop to just do one at a time. So, you know, it's not like I'm getting a bulk discount. So if you purchase a decal, what you can do is put it on your rig and then direct message me on Instagram with the photo of your rig and this decal on it, and then what I'll do is I'll turn around and repost it as basically saying, you know, thanks for supporting Project ZJ. Here's one of the crew members. So that would be kind of cool to make it interactive. We'll see how it works out, but again, you can get these on the online store, 10 bucks a pop. And I've got another one on the back side here. So again, this is a 12-incher. I'm thinking about doing a bigger one on the back, but for now, this is exactly what you'd be getting off the website. So it came out pretty good. And I've got another one on this side as well. So I think it's cool. I like the look, you know, changing it up a bit. Then the other thing I did recently was I changed my airline to a polyurethane airline, basically a rubberized airline, because the one that I had, I think it was nylon. Basically it was like a hardened plastic. It was yellow. It was a little thinner than this one, and it didn't want to stretch out as easily, and when you stretched it out really far, you know, it could break, and that's what ended up happening, is it broke at the fitting. And then unfortunately, when I was using it and when it snapped, it broke off and let all the air pressure out along the side of my 350Z. So I buffed it out, you know, and that was another problem, is that hard nylon line, it left some scratches, you know, if you drug it across paint. So this softer polyurethane line, it's much more flexible, it stretches out easier, and it doesn't scratch paint. You can drag it across. So this works out really good. I mean, you can see just how soft it is and how easily I can just pull it out, you know. And this is 25 feet long, and I mean, check it out, I'm pretty far from the Jeep right now, and then it just coils itself back up as you walk toward the Jeep, which is what I love. I like that it, you know, reorganizes itself, and then I just hang it here by the airline, good to go, and then slowly it'll shrink back up to how it was hanging before we messed with it. So that was something I got at Harbor Freight for real cheap, and just switched the fittings over real quick. Wasn't a big deal, but really helped out a lot, and now I just leave it connected all the time, and it's coming really handy, you know, not just airing up Jeep tires, but also bike tires. You know, you run into people in parking lots and stuff that their tire's flat, they need to get down to a tire store or something, you know, you can just help them out real quick. So this thing's been great. Also, if you're out at the lake and, you know, you got inflatable rafts and stuff, this thing will whip those out like nothing. So onboard air compressor, definitely a good choice. Watch the other video about that to see more detail about the kit, how it works and how it's hooked up. So the other update I wanted to do was pretty soon, and I've mentioned this before, My buddy Mitch and I, we're going to cut these damaged rocker panels off on both sides. Completely cut them off. Pretty much everything you see spray painted black there, because he's got damaged the last 2 trips on the Rubicon. So we'll cut those off completely, and what we did was we did it on his XJ already. We used 2x6 steel, and those worked out perfect for an XJ. We're going to cut these off and see how a 2x6, we already bought them, will work for the ZJ, but it looks like I might be better off going with a 4x4, maybe a 1/4 inch thick 4x4, and then closing the ends up. So we're just going to chop them off like I said, and then see what we can do with a 2x6. If not, I'll go buy some 4x4 and get some custom rock sliders put on here, paint them black, and then we won't have any more of this damaged rocker panel stuff, because the Jeep's looking really clean, except for the rocker panels. Watch the other video if you haven't seen the video on the winch setup. Loving how I was able to keep the stock bumper but get a 9,500 pound winch on there. Looks nice and clean with the D-rings. But you know, look at this rocker panel, it's even worse. So I feel like once I get these chopped off and get some nice clean custom sliders on here that I can, you know, really set down on some rocks hard and not get this kind of damage, I think the rig will just, you know, come to a whole new level as far as just looking tough and looking even cleaner. So everything's going good with the long arm kits, front and rear. No complaints at all. I keep checking the torque on the bolts and everything seems to be good. And here's a shot of the rear. The one thing I do need to do still is I need to get a turn down on the catalytic converter there, because it's just kind of blowing back on the subframe. It's not hurting anything, but it's a nice subframe. I want to keep it nice. But the long arms in the rear working out good. Those got put on later than the front kit, so I have been watching the torque on the subframe, and I retorqued it 2 or 3 times, and ever since the 2nd or 3rd time I did it, it's been staying tight now to spec. So I think I'm good to go on that. The control arms, everything's keeping spec too, so no vibrations, front or rear. Drive shaft, pinion angle, everything's dialed in, so this thing just cruises 70 miles an hour with the overdrive on. No vibrations, handles like a dream even with no sway bars, no steering stabilizer. Just really getting it pretty much dialed in. So that's about it for today, guys. Stay tuned. I'll do another video as soon as we get the custom sliders put on. And if you want to support Project ZJ, make sure you go to projectzj.com, watch all the videos, like and subscribe on YouTube. And hell, if you want to buy a decal, buy a decal. Throw it on your Jeep, send me a picture on Instagram, I'll repost it. Alright guys, thanks a lot for the support and the comments. I really appreciate all the input you guys have given me on this project, and I'll keep you posted. See ya.